Hello everyone, this is Teacher Karen. So, welcome to Mathematics 7. So, ang topic po natin ngayon ay measures of variability. So, who will take home the corona? During enhanced community quarantine, ECQ, 3 mommies, Venus, Pia, and Catriona are chatting on their social media. During the course of their conversation, they start talking about their family income. Mommy Venus tells them that there are 4 members in her family and the average income is 15,000. Mommy Pia says that the average income is the same in her family, though the number of members is 6. Mommy Catriona says that there are 5 members in her family, out of which 1 is not working. She calculates the average income in her family to 15,000. They are a little surprised since they know that Kat's husband is earning a huge salary. They go into details and gather the following data. This is the table for their salary income or the total income. So we will compute the average income. So in Venus family, under Venus family, the total income is 60,000 and they only have 4 members. So 60,000 divided by 4, the average income is 15,000. While in Pia, the total income is 90,000. They only have 6 members, so divided by 6, that is 15,000 also. In Catriona family, we have 75,000. And they only have 5 members, so 75 divided by 5, that is 15,000. So do you notice that although the average of their incomes is the same, there are considerable differences in individual income? So can you help the 3 mommies find the differences of each member's income among their family? Do you think the average of the mean is enough to analyze the given data? Whose family do you think has a stable income? From the data given, we can see that 3 families have the same average income, which is 15,000. But if we look at the data, we can observe that not all of the members earn 15,000 or even closer to it. So to understand it better, you need to know the spread of values or variability, also the range. So we will discuss about the measures of variability, the range, and the mean average, ungrouped and grouped data. Measures of variability, also called measure of spread of dispersion, refers to the spread of values about the mean. Dispersion is the extent to which values in a distribution differ from the average of the distribution. Importance of variability, a measure of spread, gives an idea of how well the mean represents the data. If the spread of the values in the data set is large, the mean is not as representative of the data as if the spread of the values in the data set is small. This is because large spread indicates that there are probably large differences between individual scores. So, we will discuss the range. The range in the measure of variation is the range that gives the biggest measure. It is the simplest measure of variability. It is the difference between the largest value and the smallest value. Note, higher value of range implies higher dispersion and vice versa. For example, let us consider the family income of Venus, Pia, and Kat. So this is the table for their income. So to get the range, we will find the highest and then the lowest, and then we will subtract. In Venus, we have 18,000 is the highest, and then 12,000 is the lowest. So meaning 18,000 minus 12,000, that is 6,000. While in Pia, we have 22,000 is the highest, and then 7,000 is the lowest. So 22,000 minus 7,000, that is 15,000. In Catrioni's family naman, we have 50,000 the highest, and the lowest is 0. So 50,000 minus 0, that is equal to 50,000. Here, we find that the range of Pat's family income is greater than the range of income of Venus and Pia's family. This implies that the income of each family member of Mrs. Cat is widely scattered than Mrs. Venus and Pia. The range of upper frequency distribution is simply the difference between the upper class boundary of the top interval and the lower class boundary of the bottom interval. So range is equal to upper class boundary minus lower class boundary. So this is the formula for range. Upper boundary minus lower boundary. And this is our example, the ages of the COVID-19 positive quarantine last. This is the interval represent as x, lower limit and upper limit. And then this is the frequency. So how do we get the range? First, we will find the upper class boundary, which is 17. Kapag upper class boundary, we will add 0.5. Pagka lower class boundary, we will subtract 0.5. Okay? So, ang upper class boundary natin is 70 plus 0.5, that's 70.5. And then the lower class boundary natin is 1 minus 0.5, so that is equal to 0.5. And then we will compute the range. So 70.5 minus 0.5. So the range is 70. Example number 2. This is the table, scores and then the frequency. So we will get the upper class boundary, which is 100 plus 0.5, that's 100.5. And then the lowest is 83 minus 0.5, that is 82.5. So we will subtract them to 100.5 minus 82.5. So the answer is 80. So the range is 80. Another example. We have example number 3. Bird's weight. So the upper boundary is 139 plus 0.5, that is 139.5. The lowest is 92 minus 0.5, that is 91.5. And we will subtract them. 139.5 minus 91.5, that is 40. So the range is 40. Okay, next is the mean or average deviation. So unahin po natin yung ungrouped data. As we already discussed, the range gives us some idea of variability. Because of some limitation and disadvantages of range, it is good to know another measure of variability. Average or mean deviation is also called the first moment of dispersion and is based on all the items in a series. Average deviation is the arithmetic mean of a series computed from some measure of central tendency, mean, median, or mode, and all the deviation being considered positive. In the other words, the average of deviation of all values from the arithmetic mean is known as mean deviation or average deviation. So, how do we calculate the mean deviation? First, compute the mean of the distribution, then get the absolute value of the difference of the scores and the computed mean, then get the total of the scores heading, then divide the obtained value in step 3 by n. And then you can use this one as their formula for ungrouped data. So, where x is the scores in the distribution, and then this one is the mean, and then yung n, the number of observations, the total frequency. So, mag-start tayo kay Venus, then kay Pia, and then Catriona. So, kunin natin yung mean first. So, ang gagawin natin, we will add them all. So, 12,000 plus 14,000 plus 16,000 and 15,000 divided by 4 kasi 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 silang lahat. So, the answer is 60,000 divided by 4. So, the mean is 15,000. And then after that, after we get the mean, we will subtract them to the score. Okay, so score is 12,000 minus negative 15,000. Since naka-absolute value yan, negative 3,000 ay magiging positive 3,000. Next one is 14,000 minus 15,000, that is negative 1,000. The absolute value is 1,000. Then 16,000 minus 15,000, that is 1,000. Next, 18,000 minus 15,000 is equal to 3,000. And then, para makuha naman yung summation, i-add po natin silang lahat. So, 3,000 plus 1,000 plus 1,000 plus 3,000, that is 8,000. So, pwede na natin kunin yung mean deviation para sa ungrouped data. So, yung 8,000 divided by 4, so the answer is 2,000. Okay? Next is for Pia. So, ganun din, kukunin natin muna yung mean. I-add natin silang lahat. 7,000 plus 10,000 plus 14,000 plus 17,000 plus 20,000 plus 22,000 divided by 6 kasi 6 sila. Okay? So, the answer is 90,000 divided by 6. So, ang mean din niya ay 15,000. Okay? So, para mabuo natin yung table, ima-minus natin or isasubtract natin yung mean dito sa score. So, 7,000 minus 15,000, that is negative 8,000. Absolute value is 8,000. Then next, 10,000 minus 15,000, that is negative 5,000. The absolute value is 5,000. Next, 14,000 minus 15,000 is equal to negative 1,000. The absolute value is 1,000. Next, 17,000 minus 15,000 is equal to 2,000. 20,000 minus 15,000 is equal to 5,000. 22,000 minus 15,000, that's 7,000. So, ang total po niyan ay 8,000 plus 5,000 plus 1,000 plus 2,000 plus 5,000 plus 7,000, that is 28,000. Then we will get the mean deviation. So, 28,000 divided by 6 kasi 6 members silang lahat. So the answer is 4,667. Next is for Catriona. So, we will add them all. That is 700,000 divided by 5. So, the mean is 15,000. So, same na ginawa natin kay Pia at saka kay Venus. So, minus 0 minus negative 15, that is negative 15 or 15,000. And then 7,000 minus negative 15,000, that is 8,000. And then 8,000 minus 15,000, that is negative 7,000 to 7,000. And then 10,000 minus 15,000, that's negative 5,000 to 5,000. And then 50,000 minus 15,000, 35,000. Okay, then the total is 15,000 plus 8,000 plus 7,000 plus 5,000 plus 35,000 equal equivalent is 70,000. So 70,000 divided by 5, that will be 14,000. So ang mean deviation ni Catriona ay 14,000. From the mean deviation that we got, we can clearly see that Mrs. Venus' income has the least variability than Mrs. Pia and Mrs. Catriona. This implies that her family income is almost close to one another or has a small difference between the individual's income. So from here, we can say that Mrs. Venus' family income is more stable compared to the two mommies. Though na mas malaki yung naging mean average deviation Catriona kaysa dun sa dalawa kay Mrs. Venus at Mrs. Pia, ay malaki po yung differences. So, hindi po siya stable. Pag small lang ang differences, that is more stable. So, the winner is Mrs. Venus deserves a corona. Okay, we will proceed to the mean or average deviation for group data. Okay, so ang kaibahan lang po niya sa group tsaka ungroup, yung ungroup walang F, yung frequency, but here in group we have. Okay, so ganun pa rin siya, nadagdag lang yung F, which is the frequency of distribution of X. Okay, so we will compute. So dito, minultiply natin yung X and then yung frequency, yung scores at saka frequency. So 2 times 17, 34. 3 times 12, 36. 4 times 19, 76. 5 times 28, 140. 6 times 19, that is 140. And then 7 times 9, 63. And 8 times 2, 60. And i-add lang po ito para makuha yung N. And add lang ito para makuha yung solution of Fx, or the product of frequency and the scores. Okay? So we get the 479. So makukuha na natin yung mean. So 479 divided by 106, that is 4.52. So kapag nag-compute kayo ng mean or average deviation, kailangan compute nyo muna yung mean na. So the mean is 4.52. So next one is magsasubtract tayo yung score minus the mean. So 2 minus 4.52, that is negative 2.52 or 2.2. 3 minus 4.52, negative 1.52. So the answer is 1.52. Then 4 minus 4.52, the answer is negative 0.52. The absolute value is 0.52. Next, 5 minus 4.52, the answer is 0.48. 6 minus 4.52, that is 1.48. And then 7 minus 4.52, that is 2.48. And then 8 divided by minus 4.52, that is 3.40. Ito po yung ginamit dyan. Itong X, yung scores, at saka yung kung ito. Yung scores, at saka yung mean, na-minus para makuha po ito. Okay, so i-add naman natin sila. So pag in-add naman natin sila, makakakuha tayo ng 12.48. So this will be your summation. Okay, next. Itong column naman na ito. So ang gagawin naman natin ay i-multiply si F dito. So itong dalawa ang i-multiply natin. Ilang dalawa? Okay? So, we will start. So, 17 times 2.52, the answer is 42.4. Next, 12 times 152, that is 18.24. Next, 19 times 0.52, the answer is 9.88. Then 28 times 0.48, so the answer is 13.44. 19 times 1.48, the answer is 28.12. The next 9 times 2.48, so that is 22.32. Then 2 times 3.48, so the answer is 6.96. Then we will add all para makuha natin yung selection ng product of the yan. So, yung kailangan natin sa mean deviation. So, the answer is 141.8. Then, we will solve the mean deviation. So, 141.8 divided by 106. So, the answer is 1.34. Okay? So, thank you and God bless. Stay safe. Bye-bye until the next video.